Darren, 2-1 win against Bangor tonight. Yeah, it goes without saying you must be delighted with that performance and the result.
Yeah, mentally and physically drained at this stage. Great win for us. Big win. I said it before the game. The lads, look, we're not here to try and nick a point, we're here to win the game. The game plan was there. Go and get at them. At home, lift it from last week because last week wasn't acceptable. I felt sorry for the fans and they could have given us all the grief in the world last week and it would have been justified. Thankfully they didn't. It's typical of them, but we need to put in a performance tonight and we did that. From the first minute, just the energy was different night, and that's something that I'm trying to change. Just the profile of the player coming in, the younger lads that come in, because they'll work for you. There's a point to prove. They'll work hard and they're honest, and that's all you want. And I thought we did that in spades tonight. Terrific, with and without the ball, the effort they put in, 2-0 up and deserving of it, and probably could have been a wee bit tidier towards the end of the first half to go and get another one. Disappointed from that regard, but then the second half, spoke at half time, look, Bangor are going to come back into it, we knew they would, and if they go and score a goal, don't panic. And that's exactly what happened. Good finish from the lad, in fairness. But after that, thought we managed the game really well. Won our headers, tackles, young Larkin coming out terrific. Very confident, coming claiming balls. And I suppose from a critical side of things, we should have been better on the counter attack. But look, at this stage, it doesn't matter. You're beating the league leaders 2-1. I'd say most people would have wrote us off this evening. But thankfully we got it, and it was well deserved.
You touched on the energy and the intensity that you wanted your team to have, and especially the new lads coming in. Was that sort of pretty evident, probably those last 10 minutes where we were playing the counter attack, but even sort of 6-7 minutes of stoppage time where players were still charging about the pitch, closing the ball down? Is that exactly what hasn't been happening maybe earlier on in the season and you needed to see happen tonight? Yeah,
probably didn't have the players to do that. And tonight had young Ben. Super tonight, chasing down, leading from the front, and you do that because the last thing you want is just to drop and keep dropping deeper. And sometimes that naturally happens when people are putting long balls into the box. You have to defend with that, but it meant then that they were having to play from those balls from further out, and we could manage them. We're not sitting on the edge of our box. Made a huge difference tonight, the legs, and for I think we had 3 or 4 with cramp. It's a while from that happened. And it shows the amount of effort that's been put in there. But what we have to do now, we have to go on a run. There's no point in putting a performance in like night, beating the league leaders, and then dropping. And I won't allow it to happen. I was extremely annoyed at last week's performance, considering how well we played against Carrick. We needed to lift it. Had a good chat with the lads during the week. Told them it wasn't acceptable. They had to turn up tonight, and thankfully they did.
Just before we'll look at next week briefly, just a special mention for the 3 lads that came in and made their debuts tonight. All 3 young lads, Lorcan Donnelly, Ben Harvey and Tommy Taggart. We touched on the intensity and stuff, but they have the sort of maturity in important positions that they had. All of them were fantastic to a man.
Yeah, probably putting my neck on the block tonight, making the 6 changes and throwing the lads in, but that's what we signed them for. There's no point in saying, lads, you're not going to play them, and I've said it before, no matter what age you are. Larkin coming in. I told him to go and enjoy it, and I told him, he'll probably make a mistake, but don't worry about it, because he is only a kid. But I thought he was outstanding, coming out very commanding in the box. Tommy, excellent, did what he had to do defensively. Anything after that's a bonus, and just Ben in the middle, just the legs, nipping in and winning tackles and running right to the end. Did really well, but again for them, we'll make sure they're back down to earth, and as a group we have to make sure we build this. Because we're in a position we're in for a reason, but we need to get out of pretty quick, and tonight's a big step in that direction.
And just finally, as you touched on earlier, Anna away next week, 8 days to recover, and a few boys probably need to recover with the kilometres they put in there. As you touched on, it's a ground that you have sometimes good results on over the years and sometimes not so much. How important is it now to go and build in this? Even if the result doesn't come your way, that level of performance needs to be the benchmark now, doesn't it?
Yeah, we have to. As I said, you can't